Let's go into the philosophy of the public sector, Azerbaijin Shi'ism, versus the private sector, Korea, Hangul. Now, Hangul is a particular print set out of ancient Korea. You study a criminal work to understand how it works on the surface of an insured basis being taxed, outside of the infrastructure debt to recruiting individuals by public campaign into the public sector. It isn't Azerbaijani, which is the assumption that it needs to be a constant, always admitted to society, and labeled thereof by common linguistic, but rather it's how a principle works of any given system legalized. Again, Hangul is a principle that's legal from observing a criminal structure. It's economics, the private sector. It works on abstracts for intelligent men or women around age 18 being capable of understanding it. Before then, you're just practicing. You may be involved in petty larceny or you're an informant. It's all play until you kill somebody for an older kid. Then you have to narc either way. Through cops using principles, Azerbaijan using Hangul. Now, the public sector works on design engineering, a mechanical assumption, but it's applied to law, a freedom of motion. Hence, it's a guidance counselor at a school or a college. You have to ignore them to win, which is the government, the insured infrastructure. The insured infrastructure is from a sheaf of paperwork. The other one, Hangul, is from managing your family. Azerbaijani is for the borders of a town, not a state. A prefecture versus Hangul, which is a learned term of application. You have to understand what it is to both recognize second stage and implemented first stage. Working backwards, you've implemented something, you want to see it returned to your audit of accounts. The Azerbaijani, the stamp. A stamp is a copper, like a police badge, on rubber, on a form. No matter what the stamp's labeled or printed, the form always means the same thing if stamped. Otherwise, you've got it incongruous. You're using a private sector on a public sector. Your subsidy has failed.